Hello, hello, guys. I believe you were hearing me in the chat. My apologies. I just checked and recognized that you weren't hearing me. But the athletes they are at the line right now. Welcome one, welcome all. So in lane one, Marcellus, lane two, Ronnie, lane three, Lawrence, lane four, Kenny, lane five, T Mars, lane six, Courtney, lane seven, Christian Coleman. Lane 8, Trayvon Bromell, and lane 9, Maurice Gleaton. So, as we know, right, Noah Lyles, he does not have to run this 100 meters because he's the world champion. So, he has a buy into, all right, the world championships 100 meters. So, just to let you know, all right, that we are about to get this one on its way. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, and let me tell you, it was a quick one. Guess who is the winner in this one? And Lyle's sitting and looking. I see Janelle. There 979 PB for Kenny. All right, and in the number two spot here, Courtney Lindsay 982. That's a PB as well. T Mars in the number three spot, 983. And let me tell you something, it was quick. Kenny took that one on and pretty much just got that one there. So good times there. And let me just go. We're at number four. All right, spot Trayvon, 984. All right, in the number five spot, Christian Coleman, 986. And that's a season best there for Coleman, season best for Trayvon as well. Maurice, 992 is a personal best there. Ronnie, 992 season best. Marcellus, 1003. All right, and Lawrence Johnson looks to be 10. I was right there just sharing statistics and just not recognizing. But I am happy to have you guys here with us. And now that you have seen or heard, because again, I was just not, my main system isn't working, guys. So I tried, but I said, you know what? It's better to come here and at least go through these two races. So Kenny 979, and I would like to hear from you guys in the context of, the Jamaica trials. All right. And when you think about the Jamaicans, so Kishane, Oblique, Akeem Blake, and now Brian Level is in it. And I don't know if Brian Level is going to go to try and the Diamond League road to perhaps get into the World Championships, or maybe he's going to focus more on the 200 meters, which I believe perhaps is better event or one that perhaps he prefers, but we'll definitely see. So I would love to hear from you, so don't be afraid to comment in the chat. The next the women's final comes up in about 6 minutes. All right, so what I'm going to do, I am going to open the phone line so that you can give me a quick call, all right, if you'd like. So just for that part, and we'll definitely keep you posted as to what is happening. So again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're there in the chat, so happy to have you here. Zaim, welcome. Marva, welcome. All right, guys, so as we're here, remember the easiest ways to support us is by hitting the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. All right, so just ensure that you're doing that, and let us just continue, all right, to grow stronger together. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. All right, I would love to give you a big Voices in Education welcome. So Zaim and Marva, thanks for sharing in the chat there. And let me just share this. I did not get the opportunity to share with my community members. But again, that is why it's important to just turn on your post notification bell. All right. Again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you here. And we're running out of time. So maybe we can just take one quick phone call and try to get the WhatsApp number in the chat. All right. So again, there you go. The number is in the chat. And in the meantime, I need to let who will have in the women's 100 meters. So congratulations to Kenny for taking that 100 meters. All right, it looks to be a good wind, 1.8 meters per second. All right, so that looks good in that context. All right, and as you know, the world leading time is 9:75. Kishane Thompson. All right, Noah Lyles was watching from the stands, so he's there looking out to see, what is happening and perhaps what he has to do in the context of the World Championships. But he's a defending champion, so he does not have to run. All right, over on the women's side, for this final, US final, we have Tamara Clark running from lane 1. Next, English Gardner, lane 2, followed by Aliyah Hobbs, lane 3. All right, TT Terry comes out of 4, runs out of 4. Sears runs from 5. Melissa Jefferson Wooden runs from 6. Kayla White from 7. And Jenna Prandini from 8. Tamari Davis from lane 9. Now, the favorite for this one, to take this one, is obviously Melissa Jefferson. And I am wondering if we're going to get any surprises here. All right, Kayla White has been doing well, and I am wondering too if we'll get the training partners back into the World Championship. So TT Terry, Melissa Jefferson, and we heard about that unfortunate whatever happenings with Shakari, and we hope that whatever is happening with the athletes, they'll work it out, and that won't interfere, with their careers moving forward. Obviously, from the context of the results, Christian Coleman perhaps might be running in the heats for the US relay team. So we'll see what happens there. But for sure, we want to see, what happens in the context of the women's, 100 meters. So, you know what? We can't take the calls right now, so just hold on to the calls and we'll just wait for this 100 meters final, which is going to be any moment now. So I just want to take you through that, and then we'll definitely keep you posted. Welcome, Gail. Yes, we're trying here for sure, and I am sorry guys, but my main system, I don't know what has happened to it, so we are not able to project on the screen right now. But we're going to see how best we can fix that so that we'll be able to share with you. So it's really now just you seeing that screen because I am using my phone. All right, but I'll give you the opportunity to call in, all right after this one. All right, so remember to stick and stay with us. Close the chat right now and hit the thumbs up button, my people, my people, my people. All right, you can definitely do that for us. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. If this is your first time, and let me tell you, this one was quick. Melissa Jefferson, all right, took this one. It was so fast. I can't tell you, but I'll tell you it's 10.65. We're leading. It's a personal best. Let me tell you, Melissa Jefferson is firing 10.65. Kayla White, as I predicted, in the number two spot, 10.84. But there's an upset here. Aaliyah Hubbs, 10.92, takes the number three spot over TT Terry in the number four spot with 10.94. And let me tell you, it was a blazing run from Melissa Jefferson. All right, it's a blazing run. She's on fire. She's telling you that she's the one to beat, and the wind is good, 0.4. And she dismissed that field, Jefferson. She dismissed that field, and she's not playing. She's not playing. Let me tell you, Melissa Jefferson isn't playing. All right, so in the number five spot, we have Tamari Davis with a 10.97. All right, Sears in 6.11 flat. Tamara Clark in the number seven spot, 11.11. Jenna Prandini also 11.11. And then we have English Gardner rounding things out there, 11.17. Now, guys, now is the time for you to give me a call. All right, I would love to hear from you. Soup, pressure. Under pressure. That was a 10.65 run. What more can you ask for? Jefferson right now is in the shape of her life. All right. And so that is signaling to everyone else that, the Americans, they're ready. The women are ready. And I can't wait to see what will happen in the context of, the World Championships. All right. So definitely looking forward to that. So again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, so happy to have you guys here. Now is the time to give me a call, because if you don't call, we're going to wrap this one up. So again, give me a quick call. Let me just hear your views in the context of the results. So again, if you're just tuning in, Melissa Jefferson Wooden just ran 10.65. OMG. 10.65. So congratulations to Melissa. That's a rare lead-in. That's a personal best. Kayla White, 10.84. Fantastic run. Alia Hobbs, 10.92 there. And TT Terry, all right, is perhaps going to miss out even on, the final in the relay, but I guess perhaps she'll be running, the heat. But the Americans, they will design their team how they feel is best, and we'll see what happens in the context of Shakari too, and the times that she's running. But for sure, Karen, yes, welcome. 10.65 for Melissa. All right, definitely. So guys, I think I pinned the WhatsApp number in the chat. Let me just check. Yes, I did. It's at the top of the chat. Now is the time to give me a call. All right, I would definitely love to hear from you in the context of these results. So 10.65 for Melissa Jefferson. And over on the men's side, Kenny, 979. All right. And so the top three there, Kenny, 979, Courtney, 982, and then T Mars, 983. All right. And then over on the women's side, we have Melissa Jefferson, 10.65, Kayla White, 10.84, and Aaliyah, 10.92. All right, TT Terry had to settle in the number 4 spot, 10.94. All right, talk to us, guys. We are strong here. We're not seeing the likes, so come on, close the X, hit that thumbs up button. Let us just continue to grow stronger together, and I would definitely love to hear from you. Remember, the easiest ways to support us is by hitting the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. All right, if you want to get super in the chat, that would be good. You can definitely do that. All right, but we want to hear from you right now. What are your views? Are you excited about track and field? Ovi, if you're hearing me, join in on the conversation. I would love to hear from you. The chat is so quiet, but roll call, roll call. Let me know where you're tuned in from in the chat. Come on, roll call, roll call, roll call. Let us know where you're tuned in from. That would be fantastic. So let us know where you're tuned in from. Give us a call, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. Again, welcome one, welcome all. In the context of the Americans, we're talking about 1065 on the women's side, all right, by virtue of Melissa Jefferson Wooden. And on the men's side, we're talking about 979 by virtue of Kenny, all right, in the context of the 100 meters. So, again, welcome. What are your views? Talk to us. Let us know where you're tuned in from. All right, let me just take this call. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Hello, how are you doing?
Avi, welcome to the conversation. Happy to hear from you guys. Let me know if you're hearing Ovi loud and clear in the chat. So, Ovi, by now you would have heard those results. Talk to us.
Well, I'm not so abreast of all the information, but 1065 from Melissa Jefferson, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. And that's the reason why they're on that track as well. A fast track, a fast time. And this is going to set the 100 meters a lot. Juju, the Jamaicans as well coming through. It's going to be a showdown at the World Championships later on. But he has set a new benchmark, and persons will know that you have to be in 10-6-5 shape to Melissa a run by Melissa, and delivering on some good. For being here. I'm just tuning in, but I see you guys here, and we're really happy to have you here with us. Continue to hit us up in the chat. Continue to share your views. So, if you're a new person to this platform, it's your first time, you bump. It was a destiny for you. Make sure you're on various topics. We were doing pause earlier, and US styles. We're giving you updates on that. And beautiful news for Melissa Jefferson, 1065. That was an awesome, awesome, awesome run. So let's see how things will continue to materialize. I'm going to come back over to you, my co-host.
Can you just check in the chat?
All right, no worries. I'll check in the chat. I don't have that right now, but I'll see how best I can get that up. So let's see what's happening here. Yeah, so I'm in the chat, guys, and Eco is saying greetings. So Brooklyn, New York is in the place. Thank you for being here. And we have Faye as well here saying hello. And Eco is saying that track is very fast, so we need to wait until Tokyo. What do you think is going to happen in Tokyo, Eco? Do you think that track will produce fast times with the field that is there? So tell me what you think if we're going to get some fast times over there. I'm still in the chat, so hit me up in the chat, guys, so I can recognize you. I really want to welcome you here. If you are just joining us, or if you have been here before, we really appreciate having you here. As we have Garmel, one who has always been here with us. saying that Jefferson Alfred showdown at the World Game. So that's what Darmel said. Let me know if you agree with Darmel. Do you think it's going to be Jefferson versus Alfred? Are you putting the Jamaicans in it any at all? The Clayton sisters here will be there. Sherika and the veteran Shelley and Fraser Price. So well, let's hear what your thoughts are. But for sure, the 100 meters for women is going to be a great race there. And Althea, welcome. Althea, really happy to have you here. Althea just saying good night to us here. And yes, that's what we're having going forward. And as they say, she have not seen much of Alfred this year. So just to add to your point there, Althea, the last time I saw Gillian Alfred running, she dismantled the field. She looked really good. And I tell you, she looked like she had some energy saved up in the tank. They always talk about Toyota vehicle and how good they are. And go to showdown anytime we have Melissa meeting Julian. That's I think we have to put a little bit of pressure on them too when it comes on to the world the world championship. So hopefully for both of them, they can go into those races and execute their best. So it's guys, it is shaping up nicely for the World Championship. And I'm telling you, make sure your post notification is on. And the only way you can do that is if you subscribe. So make sure you subscribe, turn your post notification on, and make sure that we are here to share this with with each other. We want you here with us. So if you're here, you haven't hit the like button. Let me see. I'm just seeing 12 likes on my side. So if you're here, haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button right now. Continue to help us to grow. Continue to encourage us to keep on delivering these information to you. We really appreciate you being here. And yes, it's going to be a great showdown. So I'm coming into the chat once more. And as I said, yes. So Ika is saying, okay, so Ika is saying, can't wait for Tokyo. It's going to be a great showdown in Tokyo for sure, Iko. And it's warming up. Again, let me not say warm, it is hotting up on the female side. And you know what is going on over the male side already. So it's going to be a showdown, and I guess it's going to probably be built U.S. versus Jamaica in the sprints again. Let's see how that goes down, and it's going to be a great championship. I'm coming down the line in the chat. Yes, Althea, we know that you have been. Come on, Althea, we can't forget you, man. You have been here. Foundation and support that here, and we appreciate you being here with us all the time. We love having you here, and you have contributed so much to this platform, and we salute you. So, yes, no problem, Althea. We know that. But anytime you're here, we accept you. We're family. You're a part of the family, and no matter what you do, you're going to be a part of the family. So whenever you come in, we really appreciate having you here. And Iko is saying, Alfred is always a force. And he saw, what was so it was seen in the 200 meters was fantastic. So yes, Alfred is doing well, and she's going to go after both the 100 and the 200 meters for sure. So thank you guys for lighting up the chat. Thank you so much for keeping us engaged on this side. We really appreciate you and SCM Security Systems. Easy win for Jamaica. All right. So one person calling it for Jamaica already. Who else is calling it for Jamaica? Let me know in the chat, guys. 100 meters female at the World Championship. Is it going to be the red and white from US with the stars, or is it going to be the black, green, and gold? Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat. But it's going to be a great race. And guys, we have to remember St. Lucia too, because Julian is doing really, really well. So we have to make sure that we are keeping them in the loop. But guys, happy to have you here. And as you can hear in my voice, we are getting closer to the championship, and it is warming up. Persons are going out there and going hard. So another comment just coming in. Let's see what's happening here. So Ika said, no Jamaican will be on the podium. All right, cool. So we'll definitely take note of that and we'll see how things turn out. But we respect your views and we always will respect your views. And JD123, Melissa Alfred, and then a Jamaican. All right, thank you for your prediction. So Melissa is definitely the one who to beat right now with that kind of performance. Really, really good. So let's see how that one pans out. And guys, you know what I'm wishing for? I'm wishing for the fact that, I want all the athletes to be healthy and bring their A game to get a good final. We don't want to say, oh, because this person never did it, that is why. We want the best team in the final. And hopefully that will happen for us. All right, so not hearing much about the Canadian trials either, Althea, but I'm sure it is going on. And athletes are out there doing their best to get, themselves into the World Champs in Tokyo. But guys, thank you for keeping this one going. Really appreciate you. And I'm going to check the likes to see if we got all right. Some 15 likes, guys. If you haven't liked yet, through the chat for a moment, hit the like button and come back. Let us get it up to at least 50. There are 50 plus of us here. Let us get it up to 50 and let's continue to interact. So Gail is saying, and Gail is saying, US here. Hello, everyone. Big up yourself, Gail. Really appreciate you. Another person who has always been here supporting us. Really happy to have you here. And we continue to, love your support. I think you have, so I'm sure I don't have the information on hand right now, Gail, as it relates to the men and women 100 meters final, but Melissa did really, really well with her run in the 100 meters final there
So I
from
can I
10.
can I can jump in with some results if that's
No
okay.
problem. No problem.
All right, so on the men's side, Kenny took that in 9.79. All right, Courtney was in second, so Courtney Lindsay 9.82, followed by T Mars McCallum 9.83. In the number 4 spot, Trayvon 9.84. Christian Coleman 986 in the number 5 spot. Maurice in 6992. Ronnie in 7992. So we have 7 athletes there under the 10-second mark there in the US final. And then we have Marcellus 1003, Lawrence 1013, and this was with a 1.8 wind. All right, and so I think that's still legal because it's, yeah, that's good. Over on the women's side, as perhaps you would have heard by now, Melissa Jefferson 10.65 her leading time. It's also a personal best. She took the win running from lane 6, followed by Kayla White in second, 10.84. All right, running out of lane 7. Alia Hobbs is in the number 3 spot, 10.92, running from lane 3, followed by TT Terry In the number 4 spot, 1094 running from lane 4. In the number 5 spot, we have Tamari Davis, 1097 running from lane 9. So we have 5 athletes in the final, all right, that went below the 11-second mark. All right, Sears had to settle in the number 6 spot, all right, in with 11 seconds flat running from lane 5. Tamari Clark in 7, 11:11 running from lane 1, followed by Jenna Prandini in the number 8 spot, 11:11, same time as Tamara Clark, running out of lane 8, and English Gardner closing things out here in the number 9 spot, running from lane 2 with a time of 11:17. All right, so those are the results there for the 100 meters for men and women. So again, guys, the phone line is open. All right. So if you'd like to give us a call, that would be good. All right, before we close things out. But I want to also big up Altia. Happy to have you back here with us. And in the context too of the top fans for this live, we have Gail in the number 1 spot, Altia in the number 2 spot, followed by Naki in the number 3 spot. In number 4, we have SCM Security. And in the number 5 spot, Garmel. All right, so those are the top 5 fans right now. So, guys, once you keep the chat, interactive, you hit the like button. All right, you share, you subscribe, and if you want to get super in the chat, you can definitely do that to claim the top fan status. All right, so again, guys, who is going to give me a call? Call before we, close this one out. But it's going to be fantastic, and it's we see all of this happening, and it's a if you are really passionate about track and field, come on, talk to me in the chat, because this is fantastic. And as Ovi shared earlier, we just want the athletes to be okay, so we get the best in the context, and it can just make the sport be better and more exciting for us as fans, as we continue to experience, the athletes and their greatness when it comes on to their talents. So for sure, that is definitely good. Can Eco they're sharing. All right, thanks for the updates there, Eco. All right, so right now it's looking good. It's looking good. And I also need to remind you of the next Diamond League stop. So I'm going to do that right now. And remember that we have been on this circuit, bringing you updates. So you want to ensure that you're sticking and staying with us. All right. Subscribe, turn on that post notification so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. And we'll be here all season for sure. Okay, so the next stop is going to be August 16 in Poland. All right, so we'll be here for that, and then we'll have August 20 in Switzerland, followed by August 22 in Brussels. And then the finals, the Diamond League finals, will be August 27 and 28 in Zurich. All right. So again, you want to ensure that you are sticking and staying with us. So again, the next stop will be in Poland on August 16. So at that time, we'll have, information to share with you in the context of their programs. And I'm just going to check to see if anything is available right now in the context of, let's say, the sprint events. And let's see if no, that information is not available. So as we get closer to the time, I will definitely keep you posted. And, in that context, we want you to support us as well as we, try our best to bring you updates. We expand the limited resources that we have on this side to ensure that we're keeping you informed. So we would really appreciate all your support. So don't be afraid to hit that like button and the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. All right, so we're getting closer to gravy because we're going to wrap this one up in about 5 or so minutes. So Gail is sharing that, okay, you're glad that Melissa, all right, won with her training. Oh, Kayla White trains with Melissa. Okay, okay. So that's good to know. That's good to know. So there's a not so okay. So a lot there from that training camp. So that's good. That's definitely good. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing that information in the chat there, Gail. And you were hoping that Christian Coleman, okay, would go to Tokyo and Sears. Well, yeah, Christian Coleman, he did, let me see, 986 season best, and was just, well, he was in the number 5 spot, so perhaps he might be there for the relay leg, and depending on how things go, I am not too sure, because remember that Noah Lyles is going to be there, and then it all depends on the time that Lyles will run, because I suspect that if he goes into the final of the 100 meters and does not run a good time, then the Americans, perhaps they're not going to select him for the relays. So it all depends, so we'll see what happens in that context for sure. So we'll be here to just keep you posted as to what is going on. The Canadian trials, that is happening during this time as well. So we'll see how best we can, provide you with some updates. But for sure, when it comes to the sprints, you know that we need to keep an eye on the Americans, the Jamaicans for sure, when it comes to the 100 meters on the men and women side of of the track and field. So that is definitely important there. And Gail just sharing some more there. So roll call, final roll call, roll call. Let us know where you're tuned in from. All right, before we close this one out, Eco. All right, the Jamaican men will be a factor in the sprints for sure. And it could be yeah, for sure, for sure. So now we will see what happens in that context. The the thing about the Jamaican trial is that the athletes, they get the opportunity to do some more work and to pace themselves in the context of what they need to fix and what they need to do in the context of their preparation into Tokyo. So right now, early August, I am not too sure. And with this Diamond League just coming right before Tokyo, I'm not sure if we're going to have the best of the best in the Diamond League final. Perhaps perhaps they might increase the payment to attract some of the top athletes, but we may see some athletes coming through in the context of winning an event and going to Tokyo, because we may not necessarily have the top athletes. I don't know, but perhaps we'll see what happens. But if athletes are in the good shape of their life, they're perhaps going to do that in that context. But we'll see what happens, but I doubt for some athletes they're going to keep running to just gain points when they know they want to prepare for the bigger event on the world stage. So we'll definitely see what happens. And Garmel is sharing that Lyles, all right, would be the best anchor, okay? and Jamaican athletes, okay, versus the world as US versus the world. So, it's there, and it is coming, and Coleman is always, I guess, a good starter, and for sure. So, guys, that is it. We're going to wrap this one up. All right, ensure that you keep your post notification on. Don't be afraid to hit, the like button. Come on, I see quite a few of us here. You have not yet hit the like button. I'm not sure what are you waiting for. Ovi, do you have any final comments before we close this one out? All right, so not hearing from Ovi, but I just want to tell you that when it's your time, it's your time. So stop watching other people's time. Focus on your clock, your lane. The race is not always for the swift, but for those who can endure to the end. Today for me, tomorrow for you. Run your own race, people. And on that note, I just want to say blessings and love, everyone. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love, and we'll keep you posted. Please turn on your post notification, because sometimes we're just going to pop up once the events are happening. All right. So, Gail, thank you so much. Have a good night. And again, blessings and love, everyone. And we'll see you in the next live. All right. Bye for now.